Hey guys, subscribe for daily content, and if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. I've got something a little different here, something different than what I normally showcase on this channel, but we do talk about this stuff periodically, and this is one of my other interests. I'm not nearly as much of a like a super nerd or a super enthusiast when it comes to this type of item, but I do enjoy them casually, and I know that there are a ton of people who watch my content who are anywhere from the same as me to like super enthusiasts who know everything about this stuff. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Thank you so much to the gentleman who made this. This guy customizes these, and I'll speak with him if he wants to. I will link his information down in the description so that you guys can check this out and perhaps have your own custom order built. I am not, like I said, I am not an incredibly knowledgeable person on this type of item. I enjoy this stuff casually. I actually don't have a desire to be as knowledgeable about this stuff as I am with pocket knives. I just really like to, enjoy this stuff for what it is. Very, I know we're building up the mystique of this, right? But I just want to let everybody know, because I'm not going to have all of the answers. I'm not going to know everything. I'm not going to know which model this kind of looks like or what parts these are from. I'm not going to know that, but you might. And that's the benefit of putting this gentleman's information down in the description, because then you and him can discuss a more particular build to your tastes. Thanks so much to my patrons for supporting me, and make sure your notifications are turned on for the Metal Complex YouTube channel. He and I had discussed this. This isn't typically something I do, but I thought it might be kind of neat to work out kind of like a trade. Like he builds this and then I give him a knife. I'm really excited. I have already been in here. In fact, I've already been wearing this. This box looks like it was 3D printed, like he had done this, and then he has MC300 on here. This is really cool. I'm going to give you guys my take on this, on what it looks like. And then you guys can tell me which pieces came from what. But this is a completely and totally custom Seiko watch. I believe, so what we had discussed, I said I don't have anything in my collection. I like a simple diver. I don't have anything in my collection that has, outside of one watch, which is the Tudor Black Bay. I don't have anything with like red accents. And so he did a subtle red accent here, both on the 12 o'clock, like the arrow at the top, and then the minute, and I think even there's a little piece on the second hand. But to my knowledge, this is supposed to be very similar to like the Marine Master 200, which I have. I do have one of those. I believe the bracelet is custom. The bezel is custom. And by the way, the bezel is that sort of smooth no-click. It's I think they call this bidirectional, like it's not unidirectional. So you can go left or right, which the benefit, the downside to that is that there's no click. So you don't get that satisfying click. The benefit to it is because there are no clicks, you can get that 12 o'clock position absolutely perfect, which I feel like anybody who spends a lot of time in the watch world, especially if you collect Seikos, like, let's just be honest, some of these watches are slight, like their 12 o'clock click position is like right here. Oh my God, it drives me absolutely insane. Or you click it one over and then it's to this side, right? With these, you can get them absolutely perfect, which I appreciate. I think this is about the same face size as the Marine Master 200. And like I said, I own that. And I think that's a 43 or something like that. It's very similar, very close, 42, 43. I told him that I have in my collection anywhere from 40 to 45. I think 45 is about as big as I like. I will not wear anything smaller than 40, and truthfully, I don't really like it. A 42 is about the smallest that I prefer. And I know it, watch guys are going to be like, oh, but trends, and oh, but you can't like that because now the big watches are out. I don't care. There's no part of me that like wants to integrate into whatever is currently popular, what the meta is. Like, I'm not interested in any of that. That's just what I like. So I like typically a 42 to a 45, and I think this is at least a 42. It might be slightly bigger. This has a little bit of a more narrow bracelet down here. It's very similar to my Tudor Black Bay, which is fine. The Black Bay is the absolute smallest watch that I own, and that is really, I think the Black Bay is like a 40 or a 41, right? But I like it because it's got red accents. So I can tell you, if they ever do a Black Bay 68, I love the Black Bay 68. I think it's really cool. The majority of my collection is Tudor and Seiko. But if they ever did a 68 in red, in either all red or like the black face with the red bezel, oh, I'd be all over that. I'd be all over it. But all of the all red and the red and black combinations that they make through Tudor are too small for me. I have about an 8-inch wrist, and I have, not the biggest hands in the entire world. I don't like to wear a 40. Like, I typically do. I wear that one just because I really like the red and black combination, but this is much more the size that I prefer. And I have, I own the Seiko SNR 029, which is the biggest, chunkiest watch that I own, and I actually really like that one. That one feels a little bit more natural on my wrist. Same with, I have an older Marine Master 300. I own the Tudor Pelagos. And those are like everything kind of right in there. I really, really enjoy. This is gorgeous, and I also really like the black edges of the bezel. I think that this is a really good look right here. This is so gorgeous. By the way, the end result, like I guess my judgment of this object is it is spectacular. It is beautiful. This person clearly knows what he's doing. I don't know how much of this is, the other thing here is that this is domed. Like, that's crazy. I don't think I actually own a watch that's domed. I don't know what movement is in this. I have no idea. This is essentially a Frankenstein build. It's as much a Seiko as, if anybody, this is going to be a wild connection here, but Cletus McFarland has that famous Corvette, if you can call it that. It's basically a go-kart with a motor in it. This is as much a Seiko as that thing is a Corvette. It started as a Corvette, and there's a lot of different pieces in it, right? This is just, like, I think the way that this, eventually, like, what you would classify this as is, it's a watch with a lot of parts that may or may not be Seiko. Like maybe this piece right here might be, and then like the face, right? The case back is see-through, which is really, really cool. But I don't know exactly how much of this is still Seiko. The bracelet and the clasp here, which by the way is milled, that's very nice. These are obviously not, they don't appear to be Seiko pieces, but that's fine. It really doesn't bother me. I think people have like different thoughts about, the authenticity of the original object and custom builds like this and whether or not. So I think people can think whatever they want. But again, I've got my toes in this. As somebody who owns a lot of watches and owns some pretty nice watches, I'm still not really at the level where I'm leaning into all of the little nuances and things like that. I'm kind of just like enjoying it. But I see so many cool custom Seiko builds all over the internet. And, I'm always like, I don't know. Like, I don't know any of these people. Like, these people aren't part of, like, my general community. So when this person reached out and we had a casual conversation, it was a lot easier for me to say yes. And the end result is, this is, I'm going to be honest with you, outside of, like, my more, like, my more expensive Seikos, this is probably the night. Like, I would say, let me think about this. I think I own 10 Seikos. I think. This is probably, like, outside of the Marine Master 300 and the SNR 29, it's probably the nicest one that I own now. There aren't any fit and finish issues. That was the thing that was appealing to me about a custom build, is that I was like, I bet, this person's going to make sure that everything lines up. And it does. Everything lines up absolutely perfectly. I can tell you every flaw that's on every single one of my Seikos, right? And only the SNR 29 and the Marine Master 300 came without flaws. The rest of them have little weird things, like the 12 o'clock marker is like off, like the line doesn't match up with the line at the top, and like whoever laid them in like did it with boxing gloves or something. And so as much as I love Seiko and the appearance of a lot of their divers, like very specifically, I'm a dive watch person, even though I don't dive at all. I just like how they look. It's just like, unfortunately it is the nature of the beast with a lot of those Seiko watches is that they're just going to have weird fit and finish issues. But this one, no, it's not at all. I think this is a really, really good looking diver. It doesn't wear super heavy or thick, but it's got the right, face. It's very legible. I love the subtle red accents and that black, like this shiny black on the bezel all the way around. I just love it. It's super cool. Really, really nice watch. Very happy that I did this. And I'm going to be sure to, try and reciprocate with something that is equally cool. Obviously, I cannot make a knife, but I can give him something. And by the way, if you are somebody who makes things, you customize things, this is something that I very, very rarely do. This is not a, like, hey, if you offer me something, I'm going to give you a knife. This is one time that I've done this in 8 years out of 6,000 uploads. So this is just kind of like an in-the-moment thing. I thought it was really neat. I thought it would be cool to share it with you guys. We're not necessarily getting a lot of technical information about all of this here, but this gentleman can pop down into the comments and give you the details here. I told him, because he was like, what are you after? And I gave him like kind of, watches that I enjoyed and colors that I liked and looks that I like. And I said, you just do your thing, right? You just take that information and you let that translate how it will. So I don't actually have the details as far as the individual pieces or, what this is a combination of. I do like the signed, we have the Seiko crown there. That's really cool. And it's also black. Or maybe gunmetal, I guess. Maybe that's what he calls this. But yeah, this is really, really cool. This is a watch that I would buy. Like this, I mean, if Seiko made this and sold it as like a regular, part of their prospects line or whatever, I would buy this. I think that this is really, really good looking. So anyways, I just wanted to share this with you guys. I think this is really, really neat. And thank you so much to the gentleman who made this. If it sounds like I'm being vague about his information, it's because at this moment, I'm actually not sure if he wants me to include it. So you'll know. If he's down there and if his information is in the description, then you'll know that he did say, yes, you can share this. I don't know if this is like a business that he runs or if this is just a side hobby or if he just does this for himself, but he did a really, really good job with this one. I think this is awesome, and I plan to wear this a lot. This will probably be a daily driver for me, so very, very cool. That's going to be it today, guys. Like I said, his information, if he wanted to provide it, will be down in the description. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.